They are commonly understood moral maxims originating from ancient Rome or Greece. They may be employed as sort of quasi-logical rhetorical shorthand amongst educated audiences. Everybody enjoys this. Everybody enjoys the smell of their own farts. It's inspirational Instagram quotes. I'll tell you what I'm going to do then, Slinky. I'm going to press the screenshot button on my controller. Save the screenshot to my Xbox. And that is going to get put on my Instagram at some point. Everybody enjoys the smell of their own farts. Let's play Pentiment. Let's play Pentiment. Hold on, I'm opening it now. Okay. Okay, am I going to be able to go to in-game without it crashing, or am I going to be right back? Let's find out. Oh, am I okay? Am I okay? Is it behaving itself tonight? I think it might be behaving itself tonight. I'm shocked, to be quite frank. Ooh, that music. I've not looked at this for a split second. Everything's coming up Millhouse. I am going to go for the easy read fonts, if I'm going to be honest. Oh, what should I? No, let's go for the stylized. Fuck it. I can always change it if I find it too annoying. Hold on. I just realised something.
No swearing! No swearing!
I swore. Move stone. Press stone. I can press the stone. I've said for ages that I've always wanted to be able to press stones in video games. And now I'm living the dream of pressing a stone. What? Is it? Oh, hello. I didn't. Is this what they used for erasers back in the day? It's I've stoned hard, yeah. This game rocks. We're wiping it all away. Do you know, before I started the stream, I probably should have looked up what Pentiment actually means. The word, what's the word Pentiment actually mean? I'm gonna Google that right now. I'm not an educated man. I mean, I am, but also I'm a bit thick. Meaning, there we go. To repent or change your mind. Pentimento is a change made by the artist during the process of painting. These changes are usually hidden beneath a subsequent paint layer. Well, there we go. Educating you. And educate myself. All you know is the Pentiment man won't pass. No! No has, that's the penitent. Penitent man shall not. Shall pass. No, the penitent man shall pass. Not won't pass, shall pass. And that meant Indiana Jones had to kneel to avoid the thing slicing across. And the abbot said to me, Andreas... Oh, okay, so up to the devil's work again, are you? I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading. This is already me not liking it much. Beatrice, don't encourage him. Devotion to one's work and yield pleasures of the mind I can't say that word. Superlative to those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way here. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I said, it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. Here. I've already lost track. I've already lost track of what voice I'm doing for who. You're insufferable. Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favourably than I did in my time. Oh? Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them a greater appreciation for beauty. There's like 17 words in this. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. Right, try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you'll have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Got you thinking green sleeves? Well, the jester does have green sleeves and a green top, so that's probably why. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Again, I have lost track of what voice I'm doing to who. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? Oh, who knows? That's not... Anyway. I forget he doesn't read it back out again once I've selected it. It is growing no, I've forgotten. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops. No, man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, 'tis true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? I keep forgetting to read the player characters. This is going superb. This is going great. I'm doing great here. As are many things, trust in Providence. Grovian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Look at that guy in the front licking the boat. What does that boat taste like, mate? Fucking party boat. The guys, yeah. It's the right party boat, this one. Ow. At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. Tastes like shit. For fuck's sake. Oh, I swore again. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. That still doesn't work. No swearing still doesn't work. I don't know why. It should trigger regardless. Oh. He's just trying to keep the order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. I'm going to try it myself. No. How about just swearing? No, I don't know why it's not. It's just swearing, exclamation mark swearing work like that.
No swearing.
Yeah.
No swearing.
So why does it pick it up like that but not? Weird. Anyway, that's something for me to consider off stream, I guess. Oh, I got his foot shut on again. Gah! Would you please stop? That guy's gonna get thrown overboard. Punched out and thrown overboard. I give up. Take me home, Groban. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. I can't read that. What the feck? What the feck? You see? I'm saying feck now instead of... Time to get up. I'm interested. Does the fish command still work? Yeah. See, that works without the exclamation mark. How did I set that up? Anyway. Oh, here we go. Quests. A few more pages. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can work at the scriptorium. Maps, people. Brother Piero of Verona. Andreas Mahler, 1518. Okay. Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the oh, there's all sorts of words that I just don't know. Prior, hey, I was reading that. Don't throw it away. Prior Pherenic keeps giving me all these books to read. Oh, this is getting very difficult. I'm going to expose myself on how badly I can read in this stream. I should really clean this up. Go on then. Go to bed? No, we just got out of bed. Gertner house. Let's try talking to the kid again. She's a little. She can't speak properly because she's a child. Okay. Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the abbey. So, yeah. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. He's up early, isn't he? Here you are, Andreas. Just nod. Master Andreas, if it won't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Fucking landlords. Landlords! And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it even more than usual, I mean. Wait, what's this? I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Oh. Be generous. You can spend the money and use a burden. You must take the consequences of an action into the account. What is this Don't they pay their taxes every year? Why this falling on you to fix? You know what? We're going to be nice to start with. We'll see how the game goes. Be generous. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on rent. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes. I think I can manage that. We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologize again for asking. It's just to be stuck in the... It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? I'm going to sneeze. Hold on a second. Apparently, I'm not going to sneeze. Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent working. I spent doing work for the Abbey. You know what? I find reading hard enough about all the corrections that are going on. It's a nice effect, but bloody hell. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferret... How do you say his name? Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg where I'll marry and open a workshop of my own. Parents. We'll go with that, Slinky. We'll go with that. From Nuremberg to a university and now travelling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after. A little too much fun. You can never have too much fun. Some wandering. It must be rather frightening starting all over again. It is, but I know that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. Ah, Clara will remember that. This is a Telltale game. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. Let's be modest. That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Let's get going. Oh. We'll go left because that's the direction he's facing. Big George. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plough, and it took me, Lord knows, how long to pull it out. And the rock. Anyway, you off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming now. Huh, just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been travelling too much. Where was it you spent your Wonders? What the heck's that word? Before you came to Tassing. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forwards. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel, nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, Italy. I like the idea of knowing some Italian and French. We're going with that one. Over in Switzerland, Basel mostly. Swiss air must be different then. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big George. What did you spend all that time in Switzerland doing anyway? Oh, really, Slinky? Okay, I'll give that a go. Other than that, I mean... Oh, this is the character creation bit, is it? A hedonist. Andreas seeks that pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely social and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the wood. I like that. Craftsman. Lives to work and dedicates all his time to art. A bookworm. Rapscallion. That's a great word in general. A penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Or businessman. No, I'll go with hedonist because I just like the idea that he's been fucking his way around the known world. I swore again. Gosh. Swiss women are beautiful and the beer isn't bad. What do you think I spent my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Tom out here about it. Or Thomas. Nope. Aha! Here we go. It doesn't even do. Oh! It's in Latin. This is no use to me. Don't speak it. Oh, well, the name just shows a portrait of. Okay. We'll try that one. Why not? Priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere Saint Augustine, who said, Lord, make me chaste, but not yet. Saint Augustine of Hippo was an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and Bishop of Hippo Regius. He is recognized as a doctor of the church and most known for his works, The City of God, and his autobiographic confessions, as well as oh my god. This is not a game for me, is it? Clearly. As well as his development of the doctrine of original sin. There we go. Okay. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. George! Anyway, I have to get going. George, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Ah. More people to talk to, eh? Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend a hand? We'll say of course. Wonderful, I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in now. I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Here, take the shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Hey, there we go. Highly advanced gameplay for me here. Good, good. Next one. Can't even do it wrong because he won't let you hit it unless you're in the right position. Ah, well done. See? Short work. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. It sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Have you considered a child? Have you considered a friend? No, have you considered a child? Ah, well, that's probably a topic for another day. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Let's see Otto. There he is. Wonderful. Right, okay. Until then. Andreas Schmidt's smithy is so much smaller than the ones he uses at the Abbey. Let's go this way. Oh. It's sheep. This way then. More sheep. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sakes, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Should I offer to help? I'm gonna yell at Martin. Fucking Martin. Wait, that's presumptuous. I'm not close to their family. Yell anyway. You know what? I'm going for the asshole route. Martin, idiot, you gonna help them? Mind your own business, asshole. Martin, that's enough. And Andreas, leave the discipline to my mother. I forgot what voice I did for her now. It was, oh look, there's something going on up at the Steinhaus place. No, that was the voice of the lad. Oh well. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky's giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Joanne pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. Oh. I didn't mean to press the button. What, Auntie Eddie? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Let's be more reasonable. Help your aunt and your cousin, all right. Eat shit, Andreas. The language in this game. It's terrible. Terrible. You wouldn't catch me using language like that. Oh. Whoa, hello. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. I've another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. The titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster continuously exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. I mean, yeah, whatever entertains you. I didn't realise Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... Witch Mania. It's like Hulkamania, only less racist. Oh, God, don't say that, Andreas. We're less than a day's ride from Innsbruck. Capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol, a major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to Kersau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was the site of witch trials in 1485. No need to get people around here all worked up about witches again. Besides, don't talk about witches around Father Thomas, just a bad idea. Good to know. So, supper tonight after Vespers. Monastic hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours, it is followed by supper. Okay. I'm not religious at all, I don't know anything about anything that went back on these days. I barely know what I'm doing right now. We'll say, of course. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Bless Master Marler. Oh, God bless Master Marler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get work. Good, good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? You know your monastic hour names from playing Dartlands. Well, I don't play anything like that, so... I like my sci-fi. This is completely out of my wheelhouse, to be honest. I just wanted to try it. I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. A man has many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to get to help the Abbey. Almost everybody in the town works hard, though. I'm going to just wearily sigh. Andreas, do you think I like saying these silly things to people to get them to come to Oh, people on horse. Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Marler, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel. Oh, great lord from the countryside near Worms? Is that right? Oh, wrong button. It is Worms. Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire located on the Rhine River, Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. And parasites. What sort of voice do we do for him? Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours were as welcoming. Well, yes. Oh no, I've lost his voice now. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Do you know what? I'm not getting involved. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kersau. Or Kersau. I don't know. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia... I can't even read that word, let alone say it. It was reading during my last visit. Historia Tassai... An account of the early history of Tassing. Kieso's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel bought another to the abbey as a gift. And Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal here. Ah, yes, But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned the manuscript from the abbey through Father Geno, and I have come to check on his progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Marler here. It is an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey Scriptorium. A Nuremberg artist working in an Abbey Scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Let's be humble in front of me. Surely my lord will find little entertainment or companionship in me. I have yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start. Oh dear, oops, I said the wrong thing. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent! We will see you then. Miklos, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Marler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old not yet to be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt! Wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Erfurt is one of the most popular cities in the empire and is located near its heart. It's been home to a respected university since 1379 and is a centre for humanist thought. And Martin Luther, a priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on the Church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. I was sleepy one today, and all this reading is making me even more yawning. Even more yawning? What the hell is that? Me speak English? That's impossible. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may even have met him. Did you? You must tell me. Ah, no, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the abbots have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses. Oh, list. 95 theses against the church. What's this? A list of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. Okay. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Geno does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but you did attend university. You seem very well educated. Ha! No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. And of all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to all these names I'm just struggling with. to Pekino and Erasmus. And everybody in between and yet to come. I've been watching, I've been waiting. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and a philosopher who was preeminent among northern humanists. He is known for his works in Latin and Greek as well as the calls for reform within the church. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, in the shadows. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as my university student. In truth, sorry, I didn't do the voice. In truth, I'm simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? What's going on with the text there? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but I didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Oh. Theology, imperial law, or medicine. Grace knows the basics of the fractured systems of law that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire, or theology. I like the idea of theology considering he's working at the Abbey and, you know, the time period and everything. We'll go with that one. Theology, as odd as that may seem, not odd at all. It's a good field of study if you want a position in the church. My late uncle was the abbot of Fulda. I spent many hours reading the manuscripts in their library with his permission. He was a pious enough man, I suppose, but he wielded great power from that abbey. Oh, you! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perch's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of a fate. She seems nice. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish getting, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Do you have a favourite subject? Oh, my wish. Latinist. Magician. Orator. Occultist. Heavens and earth. It's like a Monty Python sketch, isn't it? It's a striking art style. We're going for occultist. I just want to be an occultist, just in general. I use my access to the university's library to pursue more interests. Esoteric interests. There we go. Why could I? I feel like this game might not last into a second stream. Esoteric, how? Mystical text. Books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus. I'm King Arthur of Camelot. I asked the master of his castle if you'd like to join us on our quest to seek the Holy Grail. Oh, I'll ask him, but I don't think he'd like it. You see, he's already got one. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum. All I know is that word's got cum in it. That's what my mind focused on, the word cum. And my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. I look forward to it, my lord. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Oh. I think Latinist would probably go well with the occultist bit. I focused on Latin. It's useful in so many ways, but especially for understanding manuscripts. Wonderful, a beautiful language used in the greatest empire of the ancient world. Tell me, what is your favorite sentia? They are commonly understood moral maxims originating from ancient Rome or Greece. They may be employed as sort of quasi-logical rhetorical shorthand amongst educated audiences. Everybody enjoys this. Everybody enjoys the smell of their own farts. I mean, that echoes throughout time. It's inspirational Instagram quotes. I'll tell you what I'm going to do then, Slinky. I'm going to press the screenshot button on my controller. Save the screenshot to my Xbox. And that is going to get put on my Instagram at some point. Everybody enjoys the smell of their own farts. Ha! But using Erasmus is cheating. A little, but Erasmus was paraphrasing Aristotle. Fair, if you don't mind dipping your Latin cup into a Greek well. Dahlia, hello. How's it going? Did you speak up earlier and I just missed it, or have you just popped in now? Ah, there's the Abbey. I just realised your blue on my screen looks very similar to Slinky's. I have good memories of this place, and Father Matthias, I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kirsau at all? Or Kirsau? My family have been patrons of Kirsau for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Kirsau had a wonderful library and artisans. It's the reason you no longer partake in sage stuffing at Christmas. Well, quite. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not much left of it these days. Two old men, a young scribe, and me. Oh my god, sorry for yawning at you all. Ah, well, perhaps it is nostalgia that brings me back here. I commissioned a manuscript for Father Gurno a year ago. I thought it would stop by and check on the progress. We didn't want to interrupt your narration. Oh, it needs interrupting. It needs it. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well. The venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with colour. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Oh no, I've got to think of another... Oh no, it's this guy again, isn't it? Okay, well, alright. McClouse, tend to the horses and their baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. A lot of the game is chatting with people, but it front loads a lot of it. Oh, that's good to know, because I've got to be honest, my voice is feeling pretty raggedy already. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The full essence of character being channeled through the stream. I'm really going for it with I can't remember his name. His name's gone already out of my mind. What I'm concerned of, though, is the last time I streamed a game which was all text and I had to read it out, it was that Dead by Daylight dating simulator, the Hooked on You, you know, that the thing they did as a joke, but it wasn't a joke, it was a real game. I did that for one stream. Very few people turned up and chatted. And by the end of it, I was feeling sick. Just because of the amount of talking I was doing. Because I'm outside of streams, I'm not a big chatter. I tend to say few words. So reading so much out loud, I actually find quite difficult. So what I'm worried about is I'm going to get to the end of the stream and I'm going to feel like I'm going to throw up or something. Or maybe I was just ill that day, who knows. The church closed most of them centuries ago. I've lost a thread of the conversation now, never mind. But maybe Kiss Hours a place out of time in more ways than one. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature after all. Oh, I've got to think of a voice for the monk. Ah, you must be Father Guinot. I am Lorenz, a baron of... Whoa, look at this text. Okay. What sort of voice should I do for him? Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so, I am not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. So when does the Bigfoot come down and squish them? Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Let's really add to his woes. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours? I should ask him again when he's in a better mood. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matteo to pay me early. Find a way to get paid. Go to the shrine. I want to... A quarry containing the hand of a Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. What's the Holy Lance? Also called the Spear of Destiny. Oh, the Spear of Destiny. I've heard of that. I've always thought it should be one of those feet as a Twitch emote. Or maybe I could do an animated one. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, do I want to talk to all these ladies? Do you know what? I'm not going to disturb them. I'm just going to go. What's this one? Convent Garden. I'm going to go into the church. I'm sure we'll go to all these places. Ooh.
Imolen Christiani Agnus redemit oves Christus
This is pleasant.
innocens patri
You've got a beautiful voice. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Is that how you say it, Rudiger? I don't know. Oh yes, this is a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing.
Got
a crypt, we got a tower, we got a cloister, dormitory, Old Bailey, Bio. Oh, let's go back a bit. I want to go down the crypt. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land not long after the death of Christ. These two markers go back centuries all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kearsal's power in the 14th century, these days have long passed. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Oh. That was it. Now what? Ooh. Find the secret door to the library. Huh. A secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. Can I not? Oh, I can't actually go up it. Oh. Wrong button. Probably read out the Bible and gave all the characters different voices. Yeah, I'm regretting it. I'm regretting it. Ooh. Couple of lovely bells. Can't ring them though. Oh, was dormitory, cemetery, kitchen and cell. This will be where what's his face is Lorenz. Oh no, Lucas, cellar, large garden. Hello, Andreas. How is it in the kitchen? His brother... God, how'd you say that? His brother, what's his face, working you hard? Not too bad, brother. What's his face is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain, they just like their food a certain way and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother What's-His-Face will treat you well in time. God, what's with all these names? Please, can people not be called Steve and Dave? Flipping 16th century. Well, the A-Dot complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother What's-His-Face. What does Brother A-Dot know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. Fucking Cornish. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west across the sea where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andreas. Until later. What was I watching Johnny Chiodini play the other week? And he was doing voices and then gave up halfway through. Oh, Frog Detective. He was doing Sorry, they were doing Frog Detective. And he was doing a Benoit Blanc I can't do Benoit Blanc. I can't do that. But he was doing that for the Frog Detective and then different voices for everyone else. And then he just gave up. They just gave... God damn it. You'd think by now. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lecture reads to them. Where am I going? I need to find a way to get an advance from the Abbey so I can help the Girtons pay the taxes. Okay. Oh, the lavatorium, we're going there. Heck yeah! Who wants a wee-wee? Cloister. Large garden, so we can go to the gardens anywhere. Chapter house, infirmary, Upper Abbey. Church. I'm here again. Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. How is this sacristy today, Matthew? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly, I guess? Seem silly to you, Master Baller? Absolutely not. Even though I did not complete my theological studies, I understand the importance of the sacrist. Your understanding is appreciated. The treasures of the Abbey remain secure. Thank you for your inquiry. Do you know what? I'm going to put the easy read fonts on. As fun as it was. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favour to ask you. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping you could give me pay for my latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. Can't you make an exception this once? Not without good reason. The Abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble, not only for Kirsau, but Tassing as well. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gertners? What is this about, Andreas? The Gertners have asked me for their rent early so I can pay their taxes to the Abbey. I see, very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mahler. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Friar Ferent, or whatever his name was. Thank you, Brother Matteo. God bless you, Andreas. Hey. Alright, now I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. Don't want that money going missing. Oh, here's the scriptorium. Found it at last. Andreas, God bless you. Good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. Don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big George Gertner says if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Doc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Don't forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the age's prophet Alicia outside of Bethel. More by bears, weren't they? She-bears. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Erdok? I compare you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wizard, may choose to strike down. Calm yourself, Brother Erdok. You're too sensitive to guys' jokes. I'm old, Andreas. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. But I will pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior friend thingy is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Rennick was so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no, Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realised that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to be... Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Phrasing? Phrasing? So we're not doing phrasing anymore. Gierso is already out of favour. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Frederick isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indemar manuscript. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indemar manuscript. The Book of Hours. The Book of Hours, a type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the divine office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. Indemar, a prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy and Austria. Okay. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Here we go. We're going to use a cheesy line on a nun. No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Could I just get the book? Oh, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata! She had none of that. Hold on. Blinky says, wow, she had none of that. There we go. That's for you, Slinky. Andreas needs help finding a book and I don't know where it is. Andreas. Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Indemar manuscript, the Book of Hours. You need that. Put it on your phone, right? Just put it on phone so you can just press the button anytime you need it. Just go. Also, Slinky, why the heck is your... Why are you not appearing on the... What's going on there? Where are you, Slinky? Where are you? Where are you? What's happening there? Oh, it's slow. It must have heard me. It must have heard me and went, oh, crap. Switch. Yeah. No, it's fine. We're all right now. Oh, do you know what? Here's my kids to say goodnight. I will be right back. Running an advert for you non-subscribers, but I will be right back. Hold on. How odd. Stream Effects doesn't seem to... I use a plugin called Stream Effects, which gives me, like, extra stuff to work with on a stream. It does not appear to have loaded in. I wonder if that's why it hasn't crashed today. Is it Stream Effects, maybe, that's been causing the crashes? I thought so. It's a very common plugin for... Anyway, hi again. I'm back. I hope you enjoyed that partially black screen there. Anyway, right. So we got the book. Yeah, there we go. I've forgotten what voice I was doing for this guy now. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Ooh, look at this. Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colours is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right, I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Do you know what? We'll go with that. Brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to. I'm not saying you should do more work, but I'm suggesting that there should be more of yourself in the work. Will that make the process of creating another Book of Hours more fun, or... Do you know what? I didn't know there was room for me in here. It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we realise it or not. And that, 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 and that is why you cannot separate the art from the artist. You know who I'm talking about right now. You know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, I'm not going to go into it. What does this painting represent? It's... Do you know what? Just press the click button because you're right, Slinky. And that is why you get monk doodles of big willies in old manuscripts. Yeah, giant snails. Big willies on giant snails. Willies growing on trees. And all sorts. It's November. In November we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Guerneau. Yet demons playing the butt trumpet. I don't... Renee, you know, art from this period was extremely... What would the word be? Entertaining? Oh yeah, and cats that look nothing like cats. Cats. Drawings of cats where they go to the artist. Will you put a cat in this piece of art, please? You know what a cat looks like, right? And the artist goes, yeah, of course I do, mate. Of course I know what a cat looks like. And then it turns... Just Google medieval cats if you don't know. But it is not the way November is. Oh. Art is an illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form. These images illustrate... illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this Book of Hours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. Meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? I admit I am still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books, of arts, is no longer the providence of monsters. So be it.
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Thank you very much for the follow. Now I get to play every streamer's favourite game. And that game is... How do you say that name? Tortoise? It's like a cat and a tortoise. Tortoise. That's how I'm going for it, anyway. Regardless of how you pronounce that name, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Hold on. I've got a sound for that as well. I am the winner. Yeah, welcome on in. Did I read this bit out? More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in doing, be brought to truth. Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anybody able to read anything? I like this this part here. I like this line. There's danger, of course, but printers are already here. We cannot roll back the wheel of time. It is left to you and the generations who follow to be good and responsible stewards for those yet to come. Yeah, Andrea's directly talking about Twitter and Facebook and social media in general. And just... Oh my god. It is not Return to Monkey, it's Return to medieval times where people could not read and write. We were happier back then when none of us could read and write, and we had to rely on the monks and the landed gentry and those who were oh wait, hold on. Who could read back then? Kings and royalty, right? But we were happier back then when we could not read and write. We couldn't read the bollocks that were going through people's heads. The rest is in God's hands. Wouldn't it be nice if you couldn't read, if if you didn't have to read every little thing that goes through people's heads? Oh! A link to all my different socials. What are they doing there? Ah, where has the time gone? It is already Tersen? Monastic hour corresponding to 9 AM, one of the little hours of the prayer. Precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. Split your head open, it's bollocks wall to wall. I'm not saying anything. Too much talk, I must ask forgiveness for not honouring the rule. What? Oh my god, what rule? The Rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. There you go then. Until later, Andreas. Until later. That's how I work. That's how I walk. These days, unfortunately. Like flipping Mr. Burns. Oh, I spilt me ink. What's he doing here? He should be praying. He's shifty. He's a shifty monk. Shifty monk. You could tell he was shifty because his eyes were going left and right. What's going on in here? Let's go talk to her. Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a ball of paint onto the floor. But then Prior Ferenc came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Ferenc should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He seemed to be in a great hurry. I think he's on edge since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains as you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda and Mainz? No, it is not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is Prior Fenric so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough to use with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember, you know. I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. I suppose I can help. I understand, but there's rarely a time when I'm in this... There's rarely a time when I'm in the scriptorium and the brothers are not present. Thank you, it's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for, find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the... What do you even say that? Aenid, that's why I'm saying it. A poetic epic telling of the legend of... Aenus. A heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal desires with his destiny to be found Rome. To found Rome. It was written in the 1st century BC by the Roman poet Virgil. Some awkward words in this game. I am murdering most of the words in this game. Absolutely. I am not very well educated in the classical arts. And by not very well educated, I mean not at all educated. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches. What? Nuremberg inches are lot. What colour are the covers again? Reddish. Oh, I know the ones that are among Piero's favourites. He keeps them by my desk. Oh, my nose is itchy. They are not his to keep. There they are. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. These volumes are old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favourite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Oh, she's in the book! I would just keep calling him Aenus. Aenus chose his duty to the gods over his lover Dido. I nearly got Dido wrong there. I nearly said something else close to Dido. Italium non sponte sequitur. Sequor? I don't know. I do not go to Italy willingly. I did not make you a scholar of Roman poetry, Andreas. The words sit easily in my memory, I'm not sure why. Probably out of love rather than duty. Do you think Anus's sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes it more seriously most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Even in stories we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men or risen crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the Empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you're not fond of the Aeneid. It is fine poetry for men. Now, the books, if you please. I like that little, interlude there. Thank you. Next, Wretched Gun. This is a printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. No, the one you're talking about, Brother Adak was reading it. There it is. I was hoping for something a bit more point and clicky in this game, if I'm going to be quite honest, but here we go. The beauty of this book truly believes its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. This is a lot of reading, no puzzling or anything like that. It appears to have some sort of RPG elements, but I don't know, is this just pure narrative, this game? We don't. It belongs to Amadeo Russo of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition, it's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for the Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forget the best part. In the end, Gren learns he is royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictine should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. Redemption will still be waiting for them when they put down the book. Yes, always, but they still must choose redemption. Should we go on sinning so grace will increase? Of course not. Reminds you of a game called Castle Explorer, a history learning kind of game from the 90s. I've already got another game in mind to be playing on stream on Sundays. The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow, which I bought a few weeks ago. I'm looking forward to playing that one, and I might sack this one off. And this feels like a game for my own time, where I don't have to read it all out and then spend the next day kind of rough-throated because of all the reading I've done. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Sack it off. Yeah. Ooh. And yet Paul says that women must obey men. Even the Gospels can't free us from the bondage of our place in life. That's terrible, but... This world is not the same as the world that follows, Andreas. Perhaps if you had continued to study theology, you would have learned that distinction. But, the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. It is not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but return Amadea Rusco's property. The book, please. There you go. There is only one book left, then you'll be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. I believe Brother Guy was reading it. There it is. Now I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Ah, it's in French. The soul that God touched, empty of sin in the first state of grace. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it is a dangerous book, Andreas Marlowe. One the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains dialogue between love and reason. But the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? Oh. We're flying 200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books, all books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if the content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. Fume silently, because I'm not getting into that argument. It is not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Guénaud learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. No choice yet. It's just... I'm not getting into an argument with a nun to say that the church is wrong. That seems like a really bad idea. I do, so do Mother Cecilia and Father Guénaud. You know what? I'm going to refuse to give it to her, though. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Read it to become a French heretic. That's not funny, I'm serious. Give me that book, or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothvogel. I appeal to your duty as the librarian of this abbey not to destroy this book. My duty is to God and to the vows I made, to the rule. But what about the librarian's rule? The rule to protect books? What have we got here? Persuades Illuminata. Expressed admiration for the Irish scribe Marinus Scotus. Offered to help Illuminata reluctantly. Book shouldn't be destroyed. Failure. As a famous ghost, good old Winston Zeddemore. No, you just made that up. I propose a compromise. I will take this book from the abbey far away. I'll be gone by the time Father Gurno asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. Oh, no. I failed this one. It feels right enough in my heart for both of us? I don't think so. That doesn't even make any sense. Right, we have nothing more to discuss. The book stays with me. So be it. Fine, just be like that. Sext! We're sexting time. Get your phones out. Write your best sex messages. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Take that. That's the bell for sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. What is actually sext? Monastic hour corresponding to noon. One of the little hours of prayer followed by dinner. No, yeah, no, hold on. There we go. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. I want to have a look at this book. I wonder what Prior Fenwick was doing with this book. In the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it Pex. That's where Fenwick is from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. A friend of his. Ooh. A text on astronomy looks like. I'm not familiar with it. Bastard script. Not from here, not recently. Whoa, look at all this. That's definitely Fenwick's handwriting between the lines and the margins. Is he notating the text for his personal use? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What's this? It looks scribbled, not like Fenwick to be so sloppy, and he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Maybe I should have learned Greek at some point. I can't make any sense of this. I suppose I'll figure it out in due time, but I'll copy this all down to reference later. Go the Old Bailey. What's in here? Oh, here's a thing he picks up. What is this? A Volvel? I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. At the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Go, we'll go for the occult one. Ah, quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. This must relate to the Greek letters I found in Fenwick's book. I need to compare them. But these symbols aren't the same. The elements don't appear in the cipher and the astrological symbols aren't on the Volvel. Now we're Adventure Gaming, just in time. There has to be some connection between them that I'm missing. I found the secret passage in the crypt. There has to be a book in the library I could use to figure this out. Sister Illuminata is in there most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way in after dark. And if all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stoltz. He lives off of the North Commons. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. A mystery! A mystery, only 2 hours in, a mystery. Well, to be fair, it's more like an hour and a half. Laboratory, scriptorium, church, dormitory. Wait, where was I going now? Clara kindly gave me food for dinner. I should see if Otto and Andreas are around. Otto was working below the abbey between the guest house and the abbot's house. How do I get out then? Suppose I can go out the main door, huh? Ah, it's this little bell end again, Martin. Ah, what is it? Leave me alone. Oh, that would be really preachy. Have you forgotten the words of Matthew the Apostle? Do unto others. I don't need your your sermon, Andreas. Just go away, I'm busy. Well, would you like to join Otto, Andreas, and me for dinner? Why would I want that? So you could mock me some more? He is. He's probably masturbating outside that window. Dirty little fucker. I'm trying to make it up to you. Or whatever, Martin, you're an asshole. Yeah, fuck him. Eat shit! I'm done talking. Andreas. And Otto. Good day, Master Mauler. Ah, Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas. Also, Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord. Are these your gifts which we're about to receive from your bounty? Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damn hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. What am I going to eat? Ah, I love some almonds. No, I really do like some almonds, you know. Give me some almonds. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to work here when it suits him. I like cheese as well. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's all that about? He's here to check on the commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. He does seem like he has an unsavoury side to him. Well, he's a Baron. You've got that right. He's been known to fool around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumours like that. It's not gossip that he beat up a farmer a few years back, old Rannig. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. I bet he didn't, huh? What did you talk about, then? I mean, no offence, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? You could sense my inherent moral quality, Otto. Right, Saint Andreas in the flesh. As if a rich bastard like him has any sense of virtue. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andres. No one could get away with what he does, what this Abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas, I don't have any problem with the books the Abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the Abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. So let's keep in our role here. The church is supposed to be our shepherd. When they act as our lords, it's hard to see how they're helping us. Ah, Otto, did you see that the Bowers' sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence and he probably did a bad job of it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. And before you say it, Andres, it's more than just gossip. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. He's a born shirker, sure enough, and no one want to see one. Especially when you look in a mirror. Speaking of the Bowers sheep, they're ooze. Ooze? Tom, come on! The ewes are short and the women will be spinning it soon, Otto. That's right. I thought he was like 15 or something. Not 15 or something. Well, maybe back in the day that was just... Oh, I don't know. It is the 1400s. He could be... Yeah, that's where my mind went to then, Slinky. It could be, I suppose. It could be. I got it, Endris. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch up in a moment, Endris. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me if you get a chance. Eva, huh? Well chosen, Otto. Andreas, don't. Just tell her hello for me and keep out of it. I'll try to remember. I should return to the work in the scriptorium until later. Time to get back to work. No! I'm afraid, dear friends. And is this going to crash? I'm going back to the chat screen. Hold on. Is it going to crash? Don't close. Don't close. Don't close. I seem to be alright. Right, okay. I'm going to bed. Quite frankly.